What's up guys, it's Drac, and this is the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Accelerator. Now this is their first flywheel offering, and this is seriously cool. So it's got a assault rifle style design. It's advertising that it is a motorized blaster. It's got a larger hopper than any we've seen before. It does require 6D batteries, but we have it on good authority that it's cross-compatible with a variety of things. So this is my Rival rechargeable pack, and we will be testing it with that. Now, as just kind of a baseline, your average Rival blaster using the rechargeable pack shoots about 100 FPS or so. So we've also got some magazines out full of both on-brand and off-brand ammo, and they've got the super cool kind of hex pattern Adventure Force rounds. So very excited to get this out of the package. If we look at the back real quick, it just says Performance FPS. I wonder if that's a shout out to some of our content that we've been making about their stuff, praising it for its FPS. Now it's got multiple team markers that you can put onto this panel. Again, those markers can be either red or blue, which is good. That lets us know that like this is very much, and I've used the term rival to a rival before, but like this is its own kind of competitor to the rival scene, which is to say that it kind of comes default green. Green would be the Phantom Corps or the Rogue team, and then you have the option of going either Team Red or Team Blue. So it's really just an indicator. Most of the time, you tell people's color affiliation by the mask that they're wearing or what colors they wear. Like I am working on a rival kind of tournament of sorts right now, and players will be required to wear jerseys that will determine their team color. So inside here, we have the panels and a tactical rail, question mark. So I'm learning all of this at the same time as you guys. I'm not 100% on the capacity of this, but we have correct plates right here. Let's go ahead and load it up exactly how it needs to be. So these are going to pop out over here. Hopefully we can just slide our snips in exactly, so you can pop off that Phantom Core green. And I like that they're green. They're obviously not Nerf blasters, but the quality on them keeps getting better. This is actually pretty cool, this panel that just pops off, and we can put the correct color on. So these are now super tactical in that they are Team Red, which is the only option, truth be told. Now, we got a little bit of wobble in that hopper, which is a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and push this forward, and our hopper comes out. I am not sure how much this hopper is going to hold, but it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and then 8 is 16 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 25 rounds. I'm dumb. All right, well, I mean, let's go ahead and bust them out and see if we can fit all 25 rounds into the included hopper, because I want to know what the capacity is. This is relatively high capacity for Adventure Force, and that is pretty cool. So we've got a flap. Again, this is very paintball pod style. The same aesthetic that goes on their rounds is actually on the cap, which is super duper cool. So rival rounds are dimpled. Knockoff rounds have even tighter dimpling, but this is just a very unique aesthetic for their ammo, and I like it a lot. I think that it's really cool. So these are just gonna roll out if I don't reinstall this. So I think that it's going to fit all of them. The new 25 round hopper is pretty clearly mated to this blaster. If you look at the ergonomics of it, I'm sure that it would be cross compatible because it's using the same entry port that a lot of rival blasters use, but it's doing it. Oh, it'd hold more than 25. I think you could fit 30 in this hopper. That is awesome. And then we will, of course, test it with that as well. Let's go ahead, pop this back off, and see if it is truly cross-compatible with the rechargeable battery pack as well. Because if it is, this is doing an excellent job of piggybacking off of its competition so that, oh, that's the same tray. Unfortunate that you can't change the battery while it's loaded up like that, but that's not the end of the world. So yeah, this is essentially the same D battery tray that comes in a Nemesis, which means that, oh, and it's got the same slots and everything. That's ridiculously convenient for consumers. That is awesome. As far as how that works legally, I can't speak to that. I don't know. Let's lock this back down. Super easy. So if you've already purchased into the Rival ecosystem and you want either a more cost-effective or honestly just a different ergonomic solution to that world, what is this? Where does this go? Is it just a rail cover for one of these sides? Is it a pop-up site? Does it say? Oh my goodness. So this is a pop-up site for your rail cover. So you put it on your offhand side. So I would put it on this side. And then there we have it. So you can kind of angle in. So this is again like very AR style. Like this is not AR as in like Armalite, but like it's an assault rifle. Actually, relatively quiet. If you pop this open, you can see that it's using full-size Rival flywheels, which is super sweet. And the pusher mechanism is, I don't know. It's either semi or full auto. I honestly didn't even check. So let's just pull down the trigger and see what happens. Okay, so it is one at a time. It's using what appears to be some sort of flipper mechanism, and performance is fine. Like this is very standard. It is kind of funny. The mechanism must be down in here because if you're actually holding it this way, it like hops just a little bit. It says powered by PTDZ. Is that PT Dart Zone? I'm not 100% what that stands for, but performance isn't bad. Ergonomics is cool. Obviously, if you tilt too far, you're not going to get anything. So you do need that gravity feed for the hopper. But once we've tested this, we can fire with some of the magazines, which will alleviate that issue in some ways. So coming over here, I just want to know what our FPS is because again, like your average Zeus, Nemesis, etc., shoots about 100 with this battery pack. So those are all like high 80s, low 90s when I'm not actually shooting the chronograph. We had a couple of error shots. So 87 or so. So not as high performance as I wanted it to be, but I can always modify that back into it. That will be easy enough. Overall, ergonomically very handsome, a cool blaster. It's got kind of a built-in foregrip area here. Muzzle is huge, and you can see that there's a hop-up tab in here. The hop-up tab is made of hard plastic, which is an interesting choice. And then the stock isn't really a stock. Like this is very much designed to be a little bit of contouring here. Would have been nice, but it's designed to be shouldered like this. And then I guess they want you to really angle it like so, which means that you'll hop out, right? Found he could shoot around corners. We're testing other blasters right now, but this is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, we have exhausted it. So the reload's ergo is awful, but that is to be expected just because the drum pops out like this. And unlike the Nemesis, it doesn't have such a high capacity that I'm willing to forgive that because you're never reloading. Like you definitely want to reload this at some point. So I think this is going to fit in. It's always hard to remember which way these go in. I think it's this way. All right, and that's locked in. And now we could... Whew. Interesting. I wonder if this ammo is a little bit lighter, because that seemed pretty good. Oh no. Have we not chambered something? What's going on? There's nothing chambered. Did we get stuck? Ooh, that's wild. All right, so it didn't chamber the next ball because the force from this magazine pushing down held the pusher mechanism in the forward position. So that's a little unfortunate that a fully loaded magazine does that. Hopefully that's like a fluke. Ooh, but it's happening again. So again, watch, I pull this out just a little bit and just give it enough release there, but 94, 88. Ooh, yikes. So, I mean, that very easily could have been tested out, but it is what it is at this point. 85. Come on, I just want to rapidly fire without having to bump my magazine each time. Oh well. Again, I had one left. LOL what? I like the accelerator, but I haven't even told you my favorite part of the accelerator yet. My favorite part of the accelerator is that this costs 30 United States dollars. That's less than pretty much any blaster that's ever been. Whee! That's less expensive than pretty much anything but the Chronos when it was introduced, and that is the full retail price. If this ever goes on sale, this is such a cheap and easy way to like get effective rival performance. It's not even funny. Like 30 United States dollars for a fully like modifiable primary class flywheel blaster, like this is awesome. Now it's not as compatible with these as I want it to be. And I don't really have a good solution to that. You could pop the spring out of them, but then they'd just be more gravity feed hoppers. Like, man, it's doing it to my 7-rounder too. But this is definitely cool. It's great to see Adventure Force entering that space, so to speak, where they are doing flywheel blasters for rival style, or I don't know what we call this space. Like, I'm calling it rival because they're obviously the inventors of this space, but it's ball blasting. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Roaring round. I can't. It is what it is. I mean, it's rival. It's almost like reball paintball style play, but it's really, really cool. It's very exciting. I still think that there's like a real team element to this that hasn't been fully explored yet, and I am working on it. But this is without a doubt like the coolest entry-level blaster at this price point, bar none. Like, it is a full primary class rifle style blaster with decent capacity out of the box, cross compatible with at least the battery pack, which is honestly the more important thing to me, and then it will use these magazines even if they are a little bit fickle. I'm more excited by the hopper than anything else, but this is $30 for a full blaster. It is super duper cool. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this review of the accelerator. I highly recommend picking one of these up. If you're new to Rival, this is a great way to get into it, and if you're a Rival veteran at this point, like, this is just a cool option. It's ergonomically like a Mini-Nemesis, a Mini-Nemesis, a Mini-Nemesis, a menace. It's a menace to the Nemesis because it is lighter and easier to maneuver. It's not full auto, of course, so it's really just a better, not even a better, it's a different ergonomically Hera, and that's super cool. Like, this might be the closest thing to a rival stryfe we've actually gotten, but there's still room to improve, and I will be talking to this company at Toy Fair, and I have some exciting news for them, I suppose. So when they see that video, I can't wait for our meeting at Toy Fair. And for the rest of you guys, I am super stoked about Toy Fair. I'm super stoked for SHOT Show. I can't wait to see all of you guys in Vegas and New York. And as always, much love, Nerf on, Drac out.